It's Bob and Tom This Week, starring Chick McGee, Christy Lee, Josh Arnold, Ace Cosby, Pat Godwin, Willie Griswold, and Tom Griswold.
Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. If you want to swallow everything, get it all over with.
Now, some things are hard to swallow around here.
You're a card and need to be dealt with.
I sure do.
Thanks, Gary.
Gary.
Oh, I'm sorry. That was Chick McGee. Let's see what's going on here. I'm going to look around the room for a quick roster check. Christy Lee right there, Navy Federal Credit Union Newsroom.
Present.
Coming tomorrow, it'll be the return of Mr. Godwin in the Oxford Gold Performance Room. That's not just any chair that Josh Arnold's sitting in. It's the IHateStevensinger.com sidekick chair. And Ace Cosby, purveyor of the Ace Cosby joke of the day, is also sitting in the OmahaSteaks.com Ace Cosby joke of the day chair. This is Tom. There's Willie G in there. Oh, on the big screen, I can see him now. We have one of America's most handsome comedians. He is Nick Griffin. Hello, Nick. How are you, sir?
I'm great. How are you guys? Good to see you.
Great seeing you.
Good to see you, too.
Now, Nick, I'm assuming you're in New York City. Is that correct?
That's not correct.
Oh.
I am in Kansas City. I flew in a little early to see my parents, and then I'm driving up to Springfield, Missouri.
Because I know you're going to be at the Blue Room Comedy Club in Springfield, Missouri.
All right.
Friday and Saturday. So coming up this weekend, the return of stand-up comedy to the Blue Room in Springfield, Missouri. All right. Have you been doing a number of gigs? What's going on with that?
I've just been doing, for the most part, just New York City. I've done a couple like stuff in New Jersey and stuff, but this Springfield gig is the first out-of-town gig I've done in a while. I've been isolated in New York City like a lot of people, and it's been tough. For a while I thought I was lonely, and then got around a bunch of people, and I was like, well, that's not it.
Now, I don't want to be driving into your personal life, but the last time we spoke, I believe you were at a woman's apartment who was sort of a live-in situation.
Could you make this any more awkward?
Nick, we couldn't remember if you were living with your girlfriend or if you were just staying over there, for a prolonged period.
Occasionally.
I would occasionally, but actually, when we last spoke, I was seeing her occasionally or staying with her occasionally. But now we actually just moved into a one bedroom, which is a giant step for a 54-year-old man. I'm out of a studio for the first time in years and years, and we just moved into a place last weekend.
Great,
That's awesome.
Wow.
Yeah, I guess so.
That's great.
I don't know how to feel about
Well,
it.
you sound excited.
We've been trying to get a happy Nick Griffin for quite some time. I have a real quick question. I know that you're going to be at the Blue Room Comedy Club in Springfield, Missouri. Do you have to work blue when you play there? Can you?
No, you do not.
Okay, so Haywood could play there. It'd be okay. Okay.
That's right.
Just wonder if they do a bunch of dirty jokes. Since it's the Blue Room. Now, do you have any? Is there any Nick Griffin merch? A lot of the comedians have whatever T-shirts.
I have no merch. I don't. I get nervous standing at a table with people around, and
Yeah, that's the backbone of merch, all right.
We could come up with something, maybe like a pill grinder.
Yeah, like a days of the week pill dispenser.
Yeah.
That's real good.
bingo.
That is great.
Sorry.
No, people. People to me are like art films. You think you want to see them, and then 20 minutes in, you're like, "Oh, this sucks."
Yes, sir.
So, because Willie is a stand-up comedian, as you know, and
I know that. I follow him on.
Do you want to let out your merch secret, or is it still in the brewing stage?
Well, I'm working on it, but I'm gonna start doing some lighters and with my name, and there'll be a little joke on there,
like cigarette lighters.
Yeah, like cigarette lighters. And the whole point is that I smoke a lot of pot, but the states that I perform in, and weed isn't always legal, and so I don't want people using the lighters for weed. So it's a lighter that says Willie Griswold, and then a little weed leaf with a big red circle X through it. It's a not for weed lighter.
Yes, okay.
For cigarettes, use it for arson, but not for weed.
Sure. Okay, there you go. So we'd have to come up with something for Nick. I'm not sure exactly what that would be.
You could do like you think you're smarter than Einstein koozie. There's a lot of fun.
That's true. Yeah.
He is Nick Griffin. Hello, Nick. How are you, sir? What else have you been doing stuck in New York?
Well, like I said, I'm having trouble with people, and my sister said I should see a therapist, which I think is a nice way of saying stop calling here. I've seen therapists in the past. I'm not seeing anyone right now, but if I do see a therapist, I'm going to get a female therapist. It's me. I just don't feel comfortable sharing my feelings with a guy. I've been around guys my whole life. I don't trust them with my feelings. I'm sure there's hundreds of great male therapists, but I'm terrified I'd say something like, I'm scared, and they'd be like, I'm scared. Are you scared? Oh, baby.
Yes, very unprofessional, I would say.
Right.
I would say.
Men and feelings are not, I don't have to tell Christy this. Men and feelings are bad. It just doesn't work. Feelings to men are like crayons. They give you 64, but you only end up using like 3.
Wow.
Write that in stone on something,
true.
won't you? Wow.
Brilliant.
Nick Griffin is our guest. Nick, veteran of many television appearances. He's going to be live in person as they bring comedy back to the Blue Room in Springfield, Missouri, coming up Friday and Saturday. A do not miss show. How many? We were talking about this off the air. How many Letterman appearances did you do?
I had 11 appearances. Yeah. I miss it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had, I know I mentioned this before, but I have one that keeps sticking in my mind where I forgot my jokes about a minute in, and I couldn't come up with it, and it was like literally about I would say a full minute of quiet in the studio where I just couldn't come up with the joke. I don't know what happened. I was probably filled with some sort of feeling that I couldn't process.
Have you
was
ever?
that one color you couldn't get to.
That's right.
I know they were very nice to you, and they did a little fix on that. But have you ever had the situation during a therapy session where you had something really important to say and forgot what it was and just sat there? Or do you feel obligated, like one does on the radio, to keep talking all the time so there's no so-called dead air? Are you comfortable staring at a therapist for 30 minutes? And
I have stared at a therapist. I also had a very attractive therapist when I first moved to New York when I was 23, and I remember telling her all sorts of stuff that wasn't true because I didn't want her to think I was a loser.
Yep.
And I would just make up stories about myself, and I'd pay her $75. At the time, it was $75, and I thought, this is a horrible waste of time if I don't end up going to bed with this woman.
Well, they say the greatest therapist of all time is the one that came up with the 50-minute hour.
Oh, yeah.
I think that's
Yes.
That was quite a triumph.
And it's getting shorter. Mine's 45.
Oh, really?
Now, does she have a clock right behind her shoulder?
Yes, she does.
Your shoulder, so she doesn't have
kidding.
to pull her eyes away every moment. She's going, let's see, Nick Griffin,
Absolutely.
I'm gonna write something on this thing. Let's see, I need russet potatoes.
My therapist always, we end up going an hour 10 or an hour 15. Every
that
time.
true?
And there are times where I'm like, I have to stretch. I don't know if I already did my closer.
Josh, now that I'm nervous because I only go for 50 minutes every week. I'm nervous that your therapist likes you more than my therapist likes me.
We do get along really well.
Does she ever say things like, "Oh, wait a second, can you say that again? I need this for the book." Now, is it too personal for me to ask Nick? Have you, in the course of your therapy, ever been advised to explore the world of pharmaceuticals, perhaps, to help with anything? And
do you mean, am I on any medication?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I'm on a very a lovely mix of.
But is it working okay? I guess that's the question. It seems to be.
Well, I guess you guys would be the judge, but
any weird side effects?
Well, I think just the ones they advertise. I'm fine.
Okay, good.
My girlfriend sometimes has complaints, but
Does she look at her? Does she look at her watch?
Oh, good. I'm glad you guys are doing well.
Okay, good.
Yeah,
Russet potatoes. Yes, exactly.
Okay. Thank you. So sorry. Now, are you? I know that you're a big baseball fan. Have you been to any games?
I haven't. I've been watching a few, and I feel like the older I get, the more I enjoy baseball, just because it's more relaxed than other sports, and some of that MMA stuff just frightens me.
Sure.
Yeah, it's been great. I feel, my girlfriend. It's been almost 3-4 years that we've been together, and she wants to get married, which is I want her to not want that.
Yeah.
It's just so much pressure to be married. I know you guys know this, but you got to love and protect the person, and if they are killed, I have to avenge her death.
Right.
That's a lot of responsibility.
And I'm lazy. It would take me forever. Yeah.
Now, are you when you communicate with, if I may use the word girlfriend?
Yeah, please.
Do you do the FaceTime or the what we're doing right now, the Zoom call, or do you just do a phone call? What's the preferred?
Yeah, I'll surprise her sometimes with a phone call because we definitely don't FaceTime. I think she feels weird. She doesn't like how she looks, which is so silly. We've been together forever, but she doesn't like how she looks on the phone. Then she worries about what I'm thinking when I'm looking at her face. And yeah, we just do that. And I do a lot of texting. And that's easy. You can really be romantic texting and you don't have to say it out loud,
Oh, there you go. Now, I'm assuming you're above the world of so-called sexting. I don't see a Nick Griffin.
No, I don't do that. No,
DP.
Now
No, there's no sexting for me. I'm past that now. I don't want to encourage her.
Yeah, okay. Okay, just asking. Nick Griffin, once again, is on his way. Well, he's actually visiting home. He's going to be in Springfield, Missouri at the famous Blue Room Comedy Club, the return of live comedy this Friday and Saturday.
Fun.
Nick, it's great talking to you. Glad things are going well in your life. It sounds terrific. We can't wait to get you back on the road full time.
Well, I'm looking forward to it, and I can't thank you guys enough. It was wonderful to see your faces this morning.
You too, Nick.
You too. You look great.
Love you guys.
Hair looks
Love
good.
you, man.
Love you, Nick. Thank
Bye,
you.
Nick. Love you.
One of the great heads of hair.
Bye-bye. See you, Willie.
See ya.
Of course, if you don't know what Nick looks like, just look up
Here we go.
Coronet Blue.
Google young.
Oh,
who
Jesus.
do you think?
Coronet Blue.
Oh, I was going to say young
Converse,
David
I
Lynch.
Yes.
Was it Frank Converse?
Frank Converse.
Yeah.
He looks like Nick
He
Griffin.
looks like.
Oh, he's more handsome than Frank Converse and David Lynch by far.
Come on.
Oh,
Oh,
definitely.
he does look. I think he looks more like David Lynch.
He's still right there.
Oh, yeah.
Sorry. Oh, I'm so sorry.
Nick knows he looks like David Lynch.
Hello.
So vain. Those are fake glasses. Next time he comes, I'm going to have those pill grinders. We'll get a Nick Griffin logo on them.
That's so
I'm in.
funny.
50-50.
Get the pill splitters. Those are cool.
What are those? Like a little mini
cutter.
guillotine?
Yes.
Yep, exactly.
Oh, yes.
What?
Yes.
You've
A
never
pill
seen.
you've never had to
splitter?
split a pill?
Be man enough, take the whole thing, you pussy.
You're not even joking.
Do you want to get better or not? I'm so sorry. Okay, Nick, we'll see you.
Bye.
All right.
Okay,
See you guys.
No. Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show.
Say win. Say win.
Josh Arnold, I can see him right there at the IHateStevensinger.com sidekick chair. I look around the room, I see. Let's see. There's
That looks like Baptist news tonight.
here we go. There's Ace. There's Willie. I'm Tom. There's Christy over there, and
Hi.
Chick McGee. Now, we promised something special, and we do have it. We're going to be joined shortly. From somewhere in the universe, we have newsman Jeff Oskay. Jeff, now you want to critique some of the things we've done on the show, but feel free. We like equal time.
Hi, it's me.
Time now for What You Failed to Mention News
With me, Jeff Oskay.
on the Bob and Tom Show.
With me, Jeff Oskey.
It's better than last week. They're sorting it out.
We all know you guys claim to be journalists, but usually, thanks to Tom, we only get half the story.
You're welcome.
Yep.
That's why I'm here to give our listeners the news you all failed to mention.
I see.
Gotcha.
Last week, a new study has found an estimated 2.5 billion Tyrannosaurus Rex dinosaurs once roamed the Earth. What you failed to mention, of all the dinosaurs, the T-Rex is the worst of all dinosaurs to take out to dinner. With those short arms, he can sure feed himself, but can never reach his wallet to pay for the bill.
Those T-Rexes.
Yep.
How did we leave that out?
The old short arm.
A Victorian mansion considered to be the birthplace of the Oreo cookie is on the market for a listed price of $15.9 million. What you all failed to mention, the house where those Danish butter cookies that come in the tin were invented has been pelted with eggs, bombarded with bricks, flooded with feces, both animal and human, doused in gasoline, and burnt to the ground. Police aren't bothering to investigate because those cookies suck. What you also failed to mention, nothing says I could care less about you and ran into a CVS real quick on the way to your house like a tin of holiday Danish butter cookies.
They're not good.
I love them.
Dry.
Not good.
Sorry.
Last night, the minor league baseball team, the Pensacola Blue Wahoos, hosted Polish Your Sausage Night for their home league opener. What you failed to mention, wait, what? Oh, it was Polish Sausage Night? Oh. Well, that would explain why I was escorted off the property. A Canadian Parliament member was caught stark naked in a virtual meeting at the House and Commons. This was an unfortunate error, Amos said in a statement sent by email. My video was accidentally turned on as I was changing into my work clothes after going for a jog. What you failed to mention, going for a jog is a polite way of saying he was tapping his maple tree in the office. What you also failed to mention is tapping your maple tree is Canadian term for masturbation, like slapping your puck or bruising your Bieber.
That's what they say.
A new ultra-white paint could help cool off buildings and reduce the need for air conditioning. What you failed to mention was the paint is so white.
How white is it?
That it summers in the Hamptons and spends its winters with Tom downhill skiing in Vail.
That is white.
That is a way white.
White folk.
Hester Ford, the oldest living American, has passed away at the age of 116. Her 12 children gave her 68 grandchildren, 125 great-grandchildren, and at least 120 great-great-grandchildren.
Oh, boy.
What you failed to mention, last year, after sending out birthday cards to all of her grandchildren and great-grandchildren, Hester set another world record as the oldest person to ever file for Chapter 13 bankruptcy.
A lot of $5 bills.
Yes. An entire group of small-clawed otters at the Georgia Aquarium in Atlanta have tested positive for COVID-19. What you failed to mention, the outbreak is blamed on the fact the otters' face masks kept falling off when they would swim underwater. What you also failed to mention, others are blaming zookeeper Wendell the Weird Otter Guy Wilson.
You got to keep an eye on Wendell.
I like the otters are my friends.
And finally, the lowest note ever sung by a woman was recently recorded a C1, which is the lowest C note on the piano. What you failed to mention... The lowest sentence ever spoken by a woman was, I wish your Johnson was as big as your brother's. Spoken by my ex-wife. I've been Jeff Oskay, and those were the things you guys failed to mention.
Thank you, Jeff. Jeff Oskay, and news we failed to mention. Thank you very much, Jeff. That was very helpful, and we certainly appreciate it. Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Let's see, Chick, Ace, check. There's Josh, I'm Tom. That's Willie, Jeep. And there she is, through the glass I can see Christy Lee at the Navy Federal Credit Union News Desk.
Yes, sir.
Coming up, comedian Allie Breen talking about sex in the city, or wherever she is.
We got trouble.
In River City?
What's the problem?
I haven't said anything about this on the air because so far he's been a wonderful little employee. I realize he's your son.
What's
and
wrong?
he's reasonably humorous, I guess. What do you think, Josh? Every now and then.
Sure, yeah.
Every now, a little
What's
bit
your
of a
problem now?
This is the kind of grab ass, this kind of horseplay we got going on there. I go to get a soda and your kid and Jeff Oskay and you're showing him your he's mooning Jeff Oskay in the hallway.
I wasn't mooning him. I forgot to wear a belt this morning. I'm sagging a little bit. So I played it up and I sort of bent over.
And then Oskay says, hey, come on, man. Give us our thing.
It's our thing we have. Everybody has a fun little
Did you give him the
thing,
red eye?
you know? I didn't give him the red eye.
Did you give him the fruit bowl?
No, it was a little. I was having a little fun.
You know what the fruit bowl is, Christy?
No.
Tom, tell the fruit bowl story. I think people know who Len Barker is.
Who's Len Barker?
I actually saw him pitch a no-hitter.
Yes, sir.
I
So
did.
he's a baseball player.
Cleveland Indian great Len Barker.
Yes, he's a baseball player, and Mr. Barker was a part of a celebrity golf tournament that I was involved in.
Yeah.
And he had to, nature called in the middle of the course, and so he kind of walked over to the weeds and did his thing. And then after he was done, we were kind of standing on the tee looking toward the flag, and he chose to bend over and give us the full backside with the spread of the cheeks.
The full fruit bowl and the red eye.
And then the fruit bowl, of course, is the dangling parts of the...
Right, yeah. You make sure those are visible.
Yeah.
The banana and the walnuts, if you will.
So much for childhood heroes. Yeah, okay.
But didn't you laugh a little bit?
Oh, sure. I still remember it. A very large rectal area.
Large rectal area.
Somewhat disturbing frame. Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Thanks very much for joining us.
Hi.
It's great to be here. I look around the room and I see the incredibly handsome face.
Thank you. Thank you very much. I believe I was
2 out of 4.
I think I was in first.
That was Chick McGee. Very good. I'm glad
2
he's
out of 4 ain't bad.
focused. That's the lovely voice.
I love you. I want you. I need you. 2 out of 3. Hey, but I'm gonna kill you. Is that how that goes?
Yeah, that's exactly how it goes.
You have no idea what we're talking about.
I've been divorced 3 times. Is that
Is that a Meatloaf song?
Very good.
Yeah,
It
yeah.
is a
0 out of
Meatloaf
3 ain't
song.
bad.
Yeah, Meatloaf was just in the sadly Jim Steinman. Meatloaf's all
Good
right.
to have you back, buddy.
Threatening you want to keep talking about the Academy Awards that I didn't watch? Let's say hello to Christy Lee over there.
Likes you.
She's at the
Navy Federal Credit
What's
Union
wrong
News
with me? I'm
Desk.
sorry, I didn't watch them all.
You've never watched a football game, and you talk about all of them.
As if you're an expert.
Yeah.
Do you remember the end of the Baylor Gonzaga game? Oh, people did not think he was going to make that shot, but apparently I heard.
Apparently he did, and
I watched it. Empty accusations, witless and pointless.
here's what you've done to my
Excuse
psyche.
me. I'd like to get paid this week. Christy Lee is sitting at the Navy Federal Credit Union News desk and chair. Josh Arnold is in the IHateStevensinger.com sidekick chair.
That's right.
Cha-ching. Pat Godwin's over there in the Oxford Gold Performance Room. And let's see, we have Ace Cosby right there in the Omaha Steaks Joke of the Day chair. We're reminding you that nothing says Mother's Day like a nice cooked steak. That's right.
Yum, yum, yum.
Get
yum,
some
yum.
Omaha Steaks for Mom, and then I suggest on Mother's Day you cook them.
I can't be the
Let
only
Mom
one.
be in charge of the sides. Okay, there's
I
really
can't be the only one, but I saw the West Side Story trailer, and I thought to myself, instead of going, oh, they're going to remake West Side Story, a guy by the name of Spielberg's directing, it should be good. All I thought was, Tom's not going to like this.
I loved it.
That's all I thought.
First thing I saw this morning.
This is going to be bad. And I bet you hundreds of thousands of citizens across the United States felt the same way.
Really? I've been in favor of this.
Like this. No, you haven't.
I've seen it on Broadway.
I would have loved
twice.
It would if it would have been reimagined. See, I think they are saying that, aren't they? It's reimagined. I think.
Weren't you sitting in Scott Rudin's box?
Nice, weird, specific joke. Yes.
Oh, sorry.
That I don't
Big
get.
entertainment story. Sorry.
Evil man. Yes.
Who's that?
No, okay.
He was a Broadway producer that's recently been under allegations.
Oh, that guy.
Yes, he finally resigned.
Josh, I caught the end of 60 Minutes last night, and I got that joke. So.
Oh, it was on there?
Yep.
Yeah, I didn't. I did read about that. Thanks. Is this what we're just going to attack me for not watching the Oscars today?
I'm not
I
The
didn't
majority of our audience saw none of it.
I didn't remember
watch
it was a thing.
But
Did you
you
watch
see
it?
how Josh handles it?
No.
I didn't remember it was a thing. Instead of yelling at us for talking about
No,
it.
of course. I get that people watched, and I get that a lot of people didn't.
Right.
Why don't we talk about a hockey game none of us
I decided
watched all
to.
day?
Well, as a matter of fact.
Oh, what did you watch that Blues game Saturday?
No,
was
I
it
had
a
a
good
life.
one?
I was outside enjoying my life.
Ah.
Oh, really?
Not watching a bunch of Canadian guys skating.
Check local listings. You got very wet.
Yeah.
I did.
Oh, okay.
I went to a soccer game and I watched my 5-year-old pay no attention to the ball.
I miss playing soccer in the rain, man. I loved playing soccer.
Did you yell at her, "You're blowing the game"? Did you do that? Any at all?
No, you had no idea what was going on.
Well, she's fine.
Watching my dad, who was coach, yell at the ref and get a yellow card, and then he couldn't help himself, and he told him where to stick that yellow card. Then he'd get a red card, then he'd have to go sit in the car.
Nothing better.
Happened multiple times.
And then he started flashing the lights and blowing the horn. It was awful.
It's America. I can listen to my radio as loud as I want.
That's right.
Tell you what, if you want to make huge money,
Yes.
go to one of these soccer games with a coffee truck.
Yeah. Well, they usually have concession stands.
Not this place.
Oh, really?
Bummer. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah,
'cause you didn't.
I swear to God, this is true. I've never been to this particular. Beautiful fields, really nice.
Yeah.
Nestled in a nice neighborhood. I'm glad they haven't turned them into more houses. And I'm walking around going, I really have to pee. And then I look, nope, there's no little house where they have that. So I walk around these other fields. I'm looking around and
Oh my God.
I'm on the phone. Finally, I was FaceTiming with my older daughter and telling her I'm just trying to find a place to pee here in the rain. And so finally, I just started. She goes, "Are you peeing right now?"
I heard about this.
I bet you did.
I got a FaceTime from she goes, Dad's going crazy.
So then,
I hope you were in the woods or something.
Yeah, there was no place to go. And then,
but arguably, you love peeing outside.
I do.
You could care.
But I was FaceTiming at the time, so it was a little awkward.
Yeah, that's.
I tilted the phone up.
Okay.
I would hope so.
FaceTiming with your daughter.
With the daughter. Yeah,
Hey,
why
look,
not say,
Hey, honey, look, I got 3 streams going.
She called me. I usually do the bifurcation, especially in the middle of the night. You pee all over your pajama bottoms.
you know, in the future when you tell this story, and I'm sure you will, switch that to a son, will you?
It was Lucy. It was my
By
daughter.
the way, everybody calls pajama bottoms nighty pants.
Nighty pants?
That's what people
Nice
call
off-air
them.
joke. I'm in a fight with Haywood about something.
About nighty pants?
Yeah, don't get me started. It won't be a hit.
Oh, boy.
Where was I? Anyway, no. It's
Let him be an artist
You're
and
right.
do what he wants to do.
Any sports fields, coffee, soda.
Yeah,
my gosh.
Well, you're lucky because then you'll get recruited to have to work in the concession
Right.
stand.
Doesn't
as a-
every parent
as a
have to get-
parent.
They don't have a concession stand at this place.
Well,
I'm
they
just
do
saying.
at our soccer
Yeah,
fields.
most
I had
of
to
the
go through
ones
that. Ugh.
In any event, so other than that, I didn't watch the Oscars. Sorry to miss it. I'll
all of a sudden we're
watch
back to that.
Watch a tape of it.
We don't have to talk about it at all, yeah.
Okay, good.
Yeah, to hell with it.
All right,
Nobody
now
watches
we
movies.
do have some stuff in sports.
Brad Krzyzewski, is that his name? Yeah, he won the NASCAR event at Talladega yesterday. Wanted to tell you that. And Colton Herta won the IndyCar event in St. Pete. And a dog is going viral after becoming that accidental track star at a Utah track meet. We talked about this last week quickly. High school athletes at the Grizzly Invitational running the 4x200 meter last week when a mini golden doodle broke free from her family in the stands and joined the race.
Did you see this? This made the national news Friday night.
Did it really?
And you're watching the stuff, and there's the usual, let's see, dead, death, destruction, horrible. Oh, look at the little Labradoodle.
The dog named Holly.
Oh, I love it.
Got onto the track with about 120 meters left. Down the stretch they come. Sprinted past other runners to catch up with Grace Laney, senior anchor runner for Logan High School, and beat her to the finish line. Technically, Holly won the race and is now entertaining many offers from colleges across the country.
Well, how about
part
that?
of their track team.
Well,
Well, what?
don't get too excited about Holly. Her next race, she's up against a greyhound.
Oh, yeah, that's going to be a tough one.
Disney movie waiting to happen.
Yes.
Chick, you know what would be funny? What if Holly goes to University of Oregon and then she's racing for the Ducks and there is a dog that is a duck? Does that make sense to you?
That makes sense.
Is that funny for you?
Yes, I get to understand that.
All right.
To me, that's a blast.
That's a duck. No, it's a dog. Well, the story that does not have a. I mean, her next event was the discus, which went okay. The javelin will be here last.
Oh, Tom. That's horrible.
First of all, the problem with these dogs is they don't know the difference between a stick and the special baton that you get in a relay race. It's hard to get them to give it back.
But Holly wasn't
They don't want to let go of it. Yeah.
Set.
Holly wasn't trying to get the baton. She was running. She was racing.
I like the name Holly.
But it was a relay race.
Right. Yeah, they had batons, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Despite Holly's newfound internet fame, her owners say the dog will be retiring from competitive racing. So,
as in it's been banned from the school.
Yes.
Lucky this wasn't a football game, or we'd be saying goodbye to Holly.
You are bound and determined to get this dog killed in some fashion.
Oh, she's in the secondary. Oh.
I didn't know you could take your dog to a high school track meet.
On a leash.
Okay.
I think you can take dogs anywhere, right?
Really?
Anymore, yeah.
Oh.
We used to have a guy that would bring a beautiful German Shepherd to all our track meets. Then there turned out to be a.
Here we go. I apologize for even asking a question.
Let's move on.
Yeah.
Maybe we should talk about the Oscars then. How about that?
Was he using the German Shepherd?
I
thought so. Yeah.
I used to have to kick this guy out of every high school football game he came to with his dog. I go, get that dog and your cane and your dark glasses out of here.
That's right.
The game's over there. Now, we were discussing an interesting news item, sort of, in which a woman swallowed her engagement ring, didn't know it was in the milkshake she was drinking.
Technically, it was a Frosty. It wasn't
She
a milkshake.
stupidly swallowed it. She
Yes.
was eating ice cream, more or less.
Right.
And they said, don't people drink milkshakes out of straws?
Right.
Not the Wendy's Frosty. In fact, Jason has written in and he said, if a woman can suck a Wendy's Frosty through a straw, you know why the guy was marrying her.
That's a perfect joke.
Here.
That is the new vice president.
Oh, my God.
Who is that? Jason.
Jason will start doing sports tomorrow.
Okay, that is
much funnier than I am.
Is he a genius?
That is some good
He
work
might
there.
be a genius.
Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Let's see now. There's Ace Cosby over there. Earlier in the show, provided an excellent Ace Cosby joke of the day, brought to you by Omaha Steaks. There's Chick. I'm Tom. That's Willie. Missing in action today is Mr. Godwin. He's getting some surgical, what is it called? A surgical procedure done.
Mm-hmm. No, you said it's quick. You said it's a quick fix.
Do they let you keep the testicle?
I think so.
How does that work? Okay.
I heard it was a heart procedure. They're putting one in.
It doesn't really fit for Pat.
No, it really doesn't.
No. Okay, but thanks.
Fits for me.
The Oxford Gold Performance Room is where Pat would be. The Steven Singer the jewelry store is actually the IHateStevenSinger.com sidekick desk and chair. That's Josh. And Christy's in the Navy Federal Credit Union newsroom.
Howdy.
And we have just been joined by the lovely Jessica Alsman. She's somewhere on Earth, but not in here. But it looks like you and Christy are in the same place, but you're not.
Yeah.
There's a nice blue curtain behind you.
Can we hang out in the same room yet, Christy? Ever?
I guess not. I'm fully vaccinated and I'm still in here. So.
Well, here's the thing. I think what you're not taking into account, fellas, am I right on that?
Yes,
I mean, the carnivals and direct marketing.
They're saying the vaginal spritz factor.
The reach
that's.
I mean, screens in general
That's. I think Dr. Fauci last night was saying it.
Right.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we got to keep boys and girls separate.
Yes, he was there with Dr. Squirter and.
I don't think that's the name of the doctor.
What was her name?
Yeah, it's
Nadine. No, okay.
Nadine Squirter.
There must be a gentleman with the last name Squirter that considered being a doctor. He said, whoa, wait a minute. You can't be Dr. Squirter.
No, at best you can own like a car wash.
Yes. Squirt's car
Hey,
wash.
it's Dr. Squirter. Come on down. We got hot dogs on Tuesdays.
Hey, Dr. Squirter's car wash.
Hey!
Oh, I love the car wash. Don't get me wrong.
Me too.
I want my mirror back.
Your mirror. Oh,
Car wash.
yeah.
Oh.
To get in?
Yeah.
Yeah. Why did they take?
I'm telling you, there was a time of day where the sun was hitting those and people were getting LASIK pulling into the car wash.
Well, then move the sun, okay?
There you go.
Close the car wash during those hours. I don't want to have to get a new tire.
I have no problem pulling into the moving car wash little tire thing. Everybody else does?
Yeah, I can never remember where it is.
It's incredibly difficult.
The guy's pointing left, right. I don't then I hear this.
How often do you guys hit belly button?
And let me tell you something. When they tell you, when you pull in, you pull, and they go, come on.
Come on forward. I'm going to run into the guy in front of me.
And there's a car in front of you. They go, come on.
I know.
First of all, this is my wash. It's not the car in front of me's wash.
I've asked them to, I've put my palm up and kind of mentioned, hey, I'm going to wait a second, and they're fine with it.
What I've done is I act like I'm masturbating.
Okay.
That's why they pretty much leave you alone.
Sure, yeah, they want to look at you.
Yeah.
Just choking yourself.
Do you know?
I've got a rope. Yeah. Thanks, Willie. I'm going to do that today.
I don't know how we went down that road.
This guy I was pulling into the car wash, and this guy was trying to get me to stop, and I was like, there's no car in front of me. What are you talking about? And he kept waiting, like he wasn't going to let me in, and finally I just had to pull into the car wash. I was like, I'm going, and I gave him the thumbs up out of my sunroof. I was like, why is he trying to stop me?
What's this guy's problem?
Yeah, it didn't make any sense.
And the last time I went to the car wash, there was like a mama and baby skunks loose in the car wash. It was just smelled like skunks everywhere I was. These guys were washing cars, and they smelled like skunks. Possibly smoking dope, Grandpa.
She can suggest it.
Oh, not the one I go to. They're all neat and clean.
You know how some of them you have to rotate, they go, there's 4 lines and you're supposed to, nicely. Well, apparently people aren't being nice at one of the locations of that car wash because now they have a gate and they open the gate and you can only go when your gate is opened.
Yeah.
I think that was needed.
Because I got it. I was like, why isn't my card working? Because you have the little card. I'm like, why isn't my card working? And then I realized they have gates on all 4 lanes now, and they're just opening them as you're allowed to go.
I see.
Yeah.
Well, isn't that? I don't have that
People were
one.
cheating.
Same here.
Yes.
Now, Josh, you may find this hard to believe. I'm somewhat scatterbrained. I once went through a car wash, or at least part of it, with the sunroof open.
Oh, man.
And I'll tell you something. I realized that when the incredibly hot water, it didn't start leaking in. It's just shooting in.
God, if you're looking for a Christmas gift for me, turn your video on your phone and go, okay, Merry Christmas, chick.
Oh, yeah, that's it. I can feel the vibe. Can you feel it, Christy?
Oh, yeah.
It means one thing. You know what that one thing is?
No, what is it? I know what it is.
Oh, no.
Is it time?
Feel it in my loins.
It's time, ladies and gentlemen. Without any further ado, please, if you will.
Who's that sexy man with a deep voice? Ace Cosby, here he is with his joke of the day.
Now, you guys have been looking for dogs. I've been looking for a new couch.
Oh.
I was at the furniture place yesterday, and the salesman said, this one will seat 5 people with no problem. I said, where am I going to find 5 people with no problem?
That's great. I love that joke. I love that. You shuddered a little bit, pal. I'm not going to hold it against you. That was beautiful.
Yeah, that's
a good point,
rock
too.
solid joke.
Yeah.
Certainly not in this room.
beg to differ.
It's an excellent joke.
Jake, these people got problems nowadays. Walking in with their problems.
The 5 of us couldn't sit on the couch.
No problem.
It'd have to be a bigger. How many? I know there's more than 5. Are there 6? There's 6 of us.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Well, I mean, if we're at Ace's house, there would be 5 of us at his house on his couch.
I thought you were excluding Ace.
We
When I
have-
was on board.
Chick, I've got a massage chair. You can sit in.
I'm assuming that we all have problems.
Hey, do you have massage chair money?
It was on sale.
All right.
He had a
Nice.
coupon.
Do you have to put a quarter in it? How does it work? That way your friends can.
Well, you know there is a cover charge when you come in. So.
Oh, okay. Good. Yeah, we got to
You
help.
know, I don't think that's a joke. I believe that. I do.
You go to Ace's, and he goes, 1 second, and then he stands outside, he's the bouncer, and then he goes, 1
$5.
second, and then he's the bartender.
That's right.
Well, Ace Cosby, of course, that's the Omaha Steaks presents the Ace Cosby joke of the day. And we're reminding you, Omaha Steaks, what a great way to say Happy Mother's Day to Mom. Send her a box of steaks, frankfurters, burgers. And again, ideally, you'll cook those steaks for Mom. Don't make her cook on Mother's Day.
No, of course
Come on.
not.
Unless she prefers her way of doing it.
Yeah, that'd be better, wouldn't it? Yeah, good idea. Here, Mom, here's some steaks. Don't forget the sides. We'll see you later. We're going to go play golf.
Well, no, here's a great example of that. On your birthday, I went over to your house for your birthday dinner, and then I go, hey, Dad, for your birthday, can I do the dishes? And he goes, get out of the kitchen.
Yeah. Get out of here.
I had to reload it last night.
You should not have said that on the air.
That has got to be such a production, seeing you loading a dishwasher.
No, there's a way to do it.
Of course there is.
Apparently, she didn't do it right.
Well, that's correct.
You're right, Tom. There's always a way to do it.
I redid it.
Yep.
Okay, because I'm the one that has to unload it at 3 in the morning, and I want it to be clean.
They get clean. That's what the washing part's for.
I think people who make their living negotiating with warring factions should have you as their final exam. And getting along with you for 3 days. And then they're on to détente.
There was a time when I used to have to reload the dishwasher. And now I have to re-meet someone and redate. So you have to be careful. I'm with Chick on this.
And we told you to get a dog. Great way to meet chicks.
Don't be silly. A dog can't load a dishwasher.
That's right.
They sure can't.
They can help clean the dishes.
Yes.
That's true.
They're good at licking off. Yeah.
Let me ask you
But then
something.
you put it on the sanitizer.
You finish a big plate of spaghetti.
Right.
You put the plate down for your dog to lick.
Yeah.
Not that out of the ordinary.
Right.
Then you put the plate back in the cupboard.
No.
No? You don't? You don't like your dog that much?
Are you insane?
No.
Really?
You don't let your dog give you kisses?
You
do.
Yes, I
They say a
do.
dog's mouth is cleaner than
Humans?
human mouth.
They lick their butts.
One of my dogs eats her own turds.
Yeah.
So there's no pressure on a good spaghetti.
Yeah.
I rest my case.
Yeah.
So Christy is getting a new dog. We just saw a picture of the puppy.
Yeah.
She's gorgeous.
Thank you.
And your kids
look like-
want
I put
your
it up
kids
on
want
social media.
they want to name her Toast.
Doesn't look like a cookie. How about a cookie? Is there a cookie, a black and white cookie?
Why don't you go with something French?
Is there a black and white cookie? No, Chick, none on the market.
What would you
Oreo.
call a black and white cookie?
Chicken.
Oreo. How about Oreo? Or a black and white cookie?
Buddy.
Maybe name the dog Cookie.
I walked myself right into that.
Walking down the street shouting Oreo could be problematic.
Yes.
I don't think so. That's a sweet little.
Name the
No.
dog racist. Racist!
So we have a Leo and an Oreo. That wouldn't. I
Well,
can't do
Leo's a
that.
saint.
It's a what?
Saint.
A saint?
Saint Leo.
Saint Leo. You could do another saint.
He's a patron saint
Tons of
of
saints.
He's
Well,
a patron
that gives you a lot of options.
of land deals, isn't he? Leo, patron saint of land.
How
deals?
about Francis of Assisi?
Oh, yeah, call him Alice for sure. I'm sure he'd bring everyone a lot of joy.
You know what we always say? Dogs with human names are.
Oh my gosh, I have a
Hilarious.
French dog whose name is Kevin, and every time I say that, look at you, you're laughing.
Name your dog Stephanie
Kevin.
or something. Or,
Well, I thought about Phoebe, but they didn't like that.
Oh, that's cute.
Yeah.
I like Phoebe.
Yeah.
How about Tilda?
Flossie?
Flossie?
Flossie.
I have a
Flossie.
puppy name and I don't even have a puppy.
What's the puppy name, pal?
Don't share it. The people will steal it.
That's okay.
All right.
Liberty.
Liberty.
Oh, okay. Give me
Liberty,
liberty.
liberty.
Yeah.
Liberty Bibberty.
Oh boy, there.
Now I can't do it.
Nope, we ruined it for you. Sorry about that.
I liked Betty. Somebody just suggested Betty. I brought up Betty earlier, but they didn't like Betty.
My grandma's name was Betty.
And we also talked about Dolly.
And she had hip dysplasia, so this will.
Oh, your grandma did, huh?
Yeah, oh yeah.
She also
I can
licked herself.
remember-
Did she lick herself too? I thought. Okay.
We have the
how
tape
she
of
got
her
it.
funeral.
The tape of her funeral.
Here she is.
No setup at all.
Hear how fast that was ready. It was right
It's
there.
either a 20-minute setup or nothing.
Well, she was.
Or he talks over the bit as it's playing.
Well,
That's my new favorite. I don't think he's ever.